How are you looking? Good?
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
I'd say you've had enough.
Welcome back to I Make Beer. Today we're doing an Irish Red. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's St. Patty's Day. Everyone's Irish tonight. Why don't you just pull up a stool and have a drink with us?
Figure we'll do this for the holiday. Well, at least I call it a holiday. For me, it's a holiday. We're making an Irish Red. The channel is I Make Beer. My name's Steve Luther. And we're going to make some beer. See ya. So we're using 4 pounds, 11 ounces of two-row. We are using 9.2 ounces of Munich 20. We're using 3.8 ounces of Caramel Crystal 60. 1.7 ounces of roasted barley. Roasted barley I'm using is 450. 1.7 ounces of Special B malt. That one is a 120. And then we're just using East Kent Golden. I'm using 0.65 ounces at 60 minutes. And then I am using 0.32 ounces at 15 minutes. And I got a cold. So I got that going for me. So anyways, we are getting ready to roll. I am going to add the salts. This gets 1.7 grams of Epsom salts, 1.6 of just salt, 1.2 chalk, 1.2 calcium chloride, 1.15 gypsum, and 1 gram of baking soda. Parts per million are here, so in case you want to know what that is, again, I use distilled water. Got my salts here. We're going to throw those in. Phone's dinging. So I think, I don't know, back a couple videos ago, I indicated that I wanted to get an accurate temperature of my mash. And so I had emailed Clawhammer. Emmett got back to me and he said that their temperature probe is waterproof, so I can just stick it in. The only thing is that it's hard to stick into the mash. I tried pushing it down with my whisk, but then it just get caught up in this thing and just kept coming back up. So I ended up I got 2 of these, and they're actually for my from Zilla, the fermenter. So I got one for that. So now I got temperature probe that goes right inside for when I'm fermenting. And then I got this one, and I'm just sticking the temperature probe right in it. I may cut it. I haven't used it yet, so once it gets into the mash, I may cut the end of it off so it sits down underneath the lid a little bit. But I'll wait until I get that basket in there and get my mash in there, and then my grist, and then we'll figure out the length that it actually should be at. But at least right now it's in there. It's down to the bottom. It's not touching the heating element because I don't want it to get a bad reading by touching that. So that's where we're at. So we're heating up. We've got our grains already been milled. I did that the other day. I think we're good to go. So I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but I got a new chest freezer over here. I was looking online, Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, trying to get a cheap one, under $100 or something like that. And every time I contacted somebody, they were gone. Those things go quick. So I ended up going on Walmart. First I checked some scratch and dents and things like that. Then I went onto Walmart's website and what is this, 7 cubic foot, not huge, but I I'm gonna probably put a collar on it. Right now I don't have one. If I put a collar on it, there's the shelf that goes over the top of the compressor. If I put a collar on it, I could actually put a 5-gallon corny keg on top of it if I get it high enough. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Right now I can get 3 5-gallon corny kegs in it as it sits. And then, you know, my 2.5 gallons, I can put anywhere. So, and then I still got my other refrigerator that I use for fermenting. That one is only dedicated to the Firmzilla, unless I really raise this up, because the Firmzilla sits so high, especially when you start putting spunning valve on it or things like that. So that one will continue to be used. I got all my Inkbirds. I got the wireless Wi-Fi Inkbirds, which are great because the other day I was upstairs and I had to raise the temperature for my diacetyl rest on one of the beers I got going here. And, you know, I don't have to come back downstairs. I just do it on my phone. I don't even have to get up off the couch and stop watching TV. So that's one new thing we got going. So we're up to temp, 156. Turn off the pump. Actually, I'm going to turn off the heat also. And we'll start adding in the grist. That smells good. If I didn't mention, this is going to be a 3-gallon batch, I think. Yeah, 3 gallons. So this is supposed to come out to 4.2. It seems really. Oh, you know, I know why. It's supposed to come out to 23 IBUs. Should be about 13.5 SRM. Original gravity is supposed to be 1046. So looks like we got this mixed up pretty good. Hey, we are boiling. Just started boiling, adding our first edition of East Kent hops, 0.65 ounces. We're in. Set a timer for 45 minutes.
Much later.
We got 15 minutes left. Adding our last edition of East Kent. And also Werflock tablet and yeast nutrient. So the brew day's done, fermentation is done. Now it's time for the tasting. So this is my Irish Red. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We're in the green. Expected gravity, estimated gravity was supposed to be, original gravity was 1.042. Mine came out to 1.045. It finished out at 1.011, which is exactly what it was supposed to finish out at. So it's a 4.5%. 23 IBUs and 13.5 SRM. If you can see this, and you'll see it in another picture, but it's got a nice ruby color to it. I poured this out a couple days ago after it just carbonated, and it seemed a little darker, but now that I'm looking at it, it is definitely ruby red. This is a gorgeous color. So aroma-wise, I'm getting some coffee. I'm getting just a touch of chocolate with this, which is basically what it was supposed to have. It's got a medium mouthfeel, not quite full. I'd say medium. A little bit of bitterness, not a ton. Yeah, medium mouthfeel. It's got some creaminess to it. It's got a nice feel to it. I like it. And now we're going for the flavor. You're getting a little bit of that roastiness, malt. You know, it's got a malty flavor. Just a bit of bitterness. It's not supposed to have a ton. I think they say it's a medium to high bitterness. So I'd say a medium. I'm getting on this one. Yeah, this is a good beer. Just as I said, it's just a touch of bitterness to it. I make the Irish Red. I've made it a few times. This is probably around my third time that I've made it. The last few times I made it, it's come out really good. I did switch up the recipe just a touch on this one, and it's still good. So again, subscribe to my channel, leave me comments, whatever you guys want to do down below. I know I had some people on one of my Czech Premium Pale Lager, the one that I did decoction mash on. Quite a few guys were making comments on that one, going back and forth with each other. Mostly, I was just giving them the avenue of where to make their comments. I guess they just wanted to go back and forth with each other. But again, yeah, make comments. I'll get back to you. I'll respond to them. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Check out my other videos. Hit my playlists. If you haven't, there's a couple things on there maybe you haven't seen. Again, Irish Red description and or the recipe will be down in the description. Check it out. Good beer for this St. Patrick's Day. Hope you all enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Don't party too hard, but you know, that's up to you. Party as hard as you want, I guess. Cheers, Slante. Have a beer.